Hey guys, this is Shade again, doing a deck profile on Seal Dragons, and I guess I'll start. I start with Seal Dragon Terry Cloth, or Terry Crews as I call him. This guy is amazing, because he can kill something. I mean, your opponent can replace it, but you'll just blow it up later anyway, in theory. And then, I also suggest, if you don't like playing him, either the Grade 3 Searcher, because it's always useful if you're going to get grade locked or something, or Conroe, because Conroe's awesome. But since I just made this an all Seal Dragon deck, because it's new and I like it. And for triggers, I go with 4 draw, and everything in this deck's Seal Dragon, but the draw trigger I use is Seal Dragon Draw, and he has the effect where you can, if he's on rear guard, you can put him in soul for the plus 3000, and if you have your grade 3s cross-ridden, which they're Blockade and then Blockade Inferno, it's 17 behind cross-ridden, which is, it's not 18, but, you know, it's still pretty good. So if you don't have any boosters, that's still pretty good, and when you finally get one, toss him in soul. And then, I actually run rainbow triggers in this deck, so I run 4 stand, Dobby, because Dobby's awesome. Stand, especially when you do not have Inferno, and you just have normal Blockade, is amazing, because they just can't intercept, and you stand and attack again. And then I run 4 crit, and then 4 heal. I also suggest, if you do not like stands, the Seal Dragons stands or whatever, you should run 4 crit, which most people run 8-4-4, but in this deck, you need Seal Dragon Counterblast, so if you happen to get one of these not Seal Dragon crits in the damage zone, it really will hurt you, because I'm pretty sure every Counterblast needs Seal Dragon. Alright, for grade 1, I run 2 Chambrays, pretty good booster for Blockade if it's on the side, or Vanguard. Say you had the draw trigger and you're just waiting for a booster, that's the perfect one. You finally get it. 4 Curses. He's basically a drop and draw if your opponent has a 2 on rear or Vanguard. I've never actually used this when I was playing yet, and I played it in 1 tournament so far, but it's basically Gojo, but better in my opinion. I mean, you can't use it multiple turns, but I always use Gojo to boost anyway, so this is better in my opinion. But I've always pretty much rode him or something, so I've never actually used the effect yet. And then I run the 10k attacker, because archetype, you want to go fast. Hit him fast with some 10 and 12k attackers. And I run 4 perfect shields, because, you know, blocking attacks, pretty awesome. And like I said, all of this is Seal Dragon. I only run 3 10k vanilla Seal Dragons. I would run 4, but there's no space, because I run a 8, 11, the rest, and then 17 triggers. So there's always a set 11 grade 2s in most of my decks. Then I run the 12k attackers, just because standing a 12k attacker is pretty good, and like I said earlier, for the 10k grade 1, rushing with these 12ks are pretty good, and then if you get a stand, 4 attacks, pretty useful, especially if they can't intercept when you have one of your grade 3s. Next I run Kagero, I'm pretty sure it's called, and this is basically the same effect as Terry Cloth. I think it's one of the best 2s ever printed, because you kill something, and sure, they might be able to get another 2, but if you have Blockade Inferno, you just blow it all up. And, you know, if you're going for the deck out, I guess it's good too, which I don't know if anyone actually goes for. I don't, unless draft. But, you know, kill, and then 9k is not terrible. Obviously, you don't want to put a bad booster behind him, like Chambray or the draw trigger, because that would hit for nothing. But if you throw Kersey or something behind him, he's pretty good. I also, or for grade 3s rather, I run for Blockade. I don't like the fact that he's a 10k, but the effect is actually really amazing, especially since you are replacing your opponent's grade, or replacing your opponent's stuff with grade 2s. They can't intercept. Having the stands in here, they can't intercept again. Just works out. The one game I actually got stuck with 3 of these on the field and no boosters. That kind of sucked, but that's Vanguard, I guess. Sometimes you don't have boosters. Then I have 4 Blockade Infernos. Glare. If you ride this on the previous, you get the +2, so it's a 13. Good for defensiveness. And Limit Break 4 is flip 2 Seal Dragons and kill all of your opponent's grade 2s and +10k. I've used this without there being grade 2s just for the 10k. And, you know, if they don't have a prefix, really good. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. I guess, actually, turning this back on, instead of running these blockades, you could also try Dauntless. Dauntless Blockade Inferno probably would work very well as well, but if you get in the damage zone, that kind of sucks, because as you can see, all of your counterblast things require Seal Dragon, so if you happen to have Dauntless there. But those are other builds that are relatively similar to these, the 8 crits instead, and having Dauntless. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.